Let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
Recent reports have emerged suggesting that Beyoncé is being dragged into court for allegedly covering up crimes committed by Diddy. The controversy surrounding Diddy's arrest on charges of racketeering, trafficking, and other serious offenses has sparked widespread scrutiny, not just of him, but also of those purportedly connected to his operations. Among those mentioned is Beyoncé, with critics and conspiracy theorists accusing her of shielding Diddy from facing accountability.
And not only Beyoncé, but a lot of other celebrities as well. So listen, Diddy, as soon as he was arrested and thrown in jail, the celebrities that had any type of association with him are in the public's eye of the hurricane. They're in the eye of the storm. And, you know, a lot of people have decided to unfollow a lot of these celebrities. In just the month of September, Beyoncé lost close to 1 million followers. And it's said to be believed that in the past few months, she has lost over 4 million followers. I do believe that there's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in Hollywood. Not saying Beyonce's part of it, but I'm saying that I do believe that a lot of celebrities are part of some fucking scary shit. You put whoever celebrity you want to associate to that comment, that's on you. But for me, I do believe that these things happen.
Jaguar Wright, a former singer and outspoken critic of the music industry, has been at the forefront of these accusations. Wright has long criticized Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé, alleging that they have been involved in questionable practices for years. During an interview with Piers Morgan, Wright went as far as to label Jay-Z and Beyoncé as monsters, insinuating that they have been complicit in Diddy's actions.
She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil. Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucien Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it. We have too many lost. The list of lost is ridiculous, and everyone knows Diddy was selected for this job. He's the Judas.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his drug addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not gonna talk is crazy.
She also claimed that there are victims ready to testify against the Carters, although no concrete evidence has surfaced to support her allegations. Wright's assertions have sparked widespread debate, particularly among conspiracy theorists, but they remain unproven.
We'll see if those names ultimately come out or not. You know, I think that when it comes to a situation like the feds, cooperating is a very big thing. And I think if Diddy cooperates and gives up some big names of actual crimes that they committed, that'd be a way of actually, you know, lessening the amount of time that he does, or possibly even walking away.
I mean, what had you heard about Diddy over the years? Obviously, people knew he had parties, they knew he was a big rap star and so on, but the nature of this kind of thing. I mean, I'm asking because when I watched, for example, I met Diddy a couple of times. He was always perfectly charming to me.
Critics have also revisited old interviews and interactions between Beyoncé and other figures in the industry, such as Aaliyah, to suggest a deeper, more sinister involvement. For instance, Beyoncé once interviewed Aaliyah on the red carpet discussing her achievements. What seemed like an innocent interaction is now being re-examined by conspiracy theorists, who suggest that Beyoncé might have had knowledge of or even been involved in the tragic events surrounding Aaliyah's death. These theories are part of a broader suspicion that figures like Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy work to eliminate competition in the industry by any means necessary.
What's up, what's up? This is Beyoncé on the red carpet with one of the hottest female artists out here, Miss Aaliyah. How you doing, girl?
It's so good to see you again.
You too. She's just looking fabulous. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing Gucci shoes, Gucci. Got a little Indian jewelry working.
Oh, that is hot.
Thank
All right.
you.
Now, you've been working it with these movies. Were you nervous?
Very nervous, but I'm real happy. It's something I've wanted for a long time, so to finally make that transition, it's great.
What are you looking forward to seing?
Tonight?
Tonight, yes.
I want to see D'Angelo perform.
Girl, I'm with you because you know he's fine.
He's fine. He's hot.
All right, back to you, Cisco.
In light of these allegations, Beyoncé has reportedly lost millions of followers on social media over the past month. Fans and critics alike have flooded her social media accounts, demanding justice for Aaliyah and calling out her alleged involvement in covering up for Diddy. Many users have posted comments accusing Beyoncé of aiding Diddy and being involved in shady practices behind the scenes.
Girl, is anyone gonna talk about the fact that Beyoncé allegedly lost 1 million followers the past 30 days? You have 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. Girl, 1 million. Let me tell you something, girl. Let's just say allegedly on this one, but like, I never thought I would see the day of anybody publicly disliking Beyoncé. I mean, isn't that shit illegal? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you're supposed to not like Beyoncé. But the fact that people are associating Beyoncé to Diddy and literally showing it in the masses, because according to some TikTok videos, she's allegedly lost 4 to 5 million followers within the past few months. But this is just September. So the past 30 days, she has an average of losing allegedly 35,000 followers a day. I don't know, but let me tell you something. This whole Diddy legal mess is going to be so big, and it's going to drag a lot of our favorite celebrities down. And the worst part is, girl, if they don't speak out now about certain situations that they may have seen Diddy do, when he takes a stand, it's gonna be too late, girl. I would just listen. If you are a celebrity out there that attended the white parties and you've seen crazy shit go down, you know, I would probably talk about it, but I'm sure a lot of celebrities are also scared because allegedly he's blackmailing a lot of people. So I don't know, girl, but anyways, I would never thought I would see the day of Beyoncé losing not even 1 follower. You know what I mean?
The uproar has added fuel to the fire, intensifying the pressure on Beyoncé and her public image during this highly sensitive time.
Beyoncé has lost 5 million followers because we know she knows. And look, obviously she still has a lot of followers left, but to lose 5 million followers in a short amount of time is a pretty big deal because this does not happen often. But not only has she lost a good amount of followers, have you seen her comments? Surprisingly, Beyoncé has not limited her comments yet, and there is a lot of justice for Aaliyah in the comments. A lot of she knows, a lot of we know, give us back Michael Jackson, oil up. Someone was questioning why Kim still has so many followers. Another person said, "You're on the diddler list, Miss Wholesome. We know what you did, Kim. The fall of the idols. What did you sacrifice for the fame?" Khloe Kardashian too. How many Diddy parties did you go to? People still not awake. Cancel all the Kardashians. And of course, Kris Jenner's comment section is just as bad. And in Kris Jenner's comment section, there's a lot of comments about her and Val. I don't know who Val is, so after this, I'm gonna go do some research. It is crazy to be witnessing like the fall of some of these top celebrities. But you know what they say, everything done in the dark comes.
Adding another layer to the drama, singer Seer is rumored to have posted a cryptic poem online, with the first letters of each word allegedly forming a hidden message, accusing Beyoncé of kidnapping her. While this claim is bizarre and unverified, it has captured public attention, fueling further speculation about Beyoncé's involvement in a range of dubious activities.
Somebody explain to me why there's so much Beyoncé drama going around. Like every video I scroll on my For You page, it's about Beyoncé and some scandal that she was in. And she lost 4 million followers on Instagram. Even with Jay-Z, this one's way more noticeable. Based off the research I've done, I think it has some connection to Diddy because they were confirmed that they were at the parties, which obviously makes sense because I think they were really close friends. And because Diddy has some connection to Tupac and Biggie's death, and how there's an underground tunnel leading to Michael Jackson's home, with also some weird letters that Diddy sent to him, along with how it was actually Diddy who was diddling kids and not MJ. Because of all this, now all the drama that Beyoncé has dealt with in the past is now resurfacing. Now a lot of people believe that she's the reason for a lot of these female artists' deaths, which include Aaliyah. Apparently, if Aaliyah was still alive to this day, Beyoncé probably wouldn't be Beyoncé. She has to come out and say something, like she has to. Because this whole Diddy situation is finna get a lot of these artists locked up. If all the allegations of Diddy are actually true, and we know that like 50 Cent is making a documentary of him, a lot of these artists are gonna lose their careers. If somehow Diddy was involved in the killings of Tupac and...
One of the more salacious allegations ties Beyoncé to Diddy's infamous parties. According to some sources, Beyoncé and her husband Jay-Z were allegedly caught on tape at these controversial gatherings, further implicating them in Diddy's illicit activities. This rumor has been widely circulated, particularly in the wake of Diddy's arrest, as more details about his past behavior continue to emerge.
You know, with all this shit going on about Diddy, you know they got them tapes and evidence and they about to come out, and I'm sure everybody gonna be all shocked and whatever, because you know it gotta be something before election. And everybody's been talking about who could be on the tapes, who could be on the tapes. And it's just like people that's on the tapes that a lot of people will be surprised and I just wouldn't be surprised about. I mean, God forbid, but I'm not going to be surprised if Beyonce is on the tapes, throwing that thing on a circle in Diddy's face. And I'm not making jokes of the conversation, and shit is not funny. But then again, people getting freaky isn't a crime, but they said what's a crime is if they didn't know they was on video. We all know how private Beyonce is and how she makes people sign waivers. But am I going to be shocked and surprised if Beyonce and Jay-Z is having a three-way with Diddy? Doing butt stuff? No. God forbid, but no. This is who I'm going to be shocked about if he dare. Now, if Zach Galifianakis is at that party, grinding on a prostitute, doing strange things with his mouth, if he bent over, or if he doing...
Fueling the fire, Beyoncé's former bodyguard has reportedly come forward with claims that he witnessed Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Diddy engaging in morally questionable activities. The bodyguard described them as evil, asserting that he had first-hand knowledge of their involvement in various wrongdoings.
So, Beyoncé's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, has come out saying that he believes Beyoncé and Jay-Z are evil, are responsible for the demise of other artists such as Kerry Hilson. He's saying Blue Ivy is not Jay-Z's child, and Beyonce and Jay-Z would do anything to stay to the top, including worshipping other things. Also mentioned that P. Diddy offered him $30,000 to get rid of B.I.G. Do you believe Uncle Ron? This is some heavy stuff. What do you think about this power couple? Do you think it's all just an act and just a business agreement? Do you think that Beyonce's on drugs and is something more sinister going on?
Another common theme in the accusations is the claim that Beyoncé wields enormous power in the music industry, using her influence to stifle competition and ensure that no one dares to oppose her. It is often said that no female artist would challenge Beyoncé publicly, and her dominance is reflected in her record-breaking number of awards.
Let's just think about Beyoncé and all this. So Beyoncé has more Grammys than any person in history. Beyoncé does. Then you have stars like Adele, the Adele, who is already an icon herself, saying she's not worthy of the Grammy, that Beyoncé deserves it. You have other stars saying they wouldn't be anywhere today if it wasn't for Beyoncé. Beyoncé's talented, has better music, the music videos, like the list goes on and on. This is weird for a lot of reasons. The first, it's weird to treat Beyoncé like she's God. But this is also strange because they're all about the same age. You know, it would almost make more sense if Michael Jackson was still here and people were getting up saying, I grew up listening to Michael Jackson and he really pioneered the way so that I could have the success I have today. This is normal, like, mentor behavior. The fact that they're all the same age is just a little strange. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a little bit off to me. And then lastly, the music is not that good. You know, we're not trying to be haters. And yes, she has some really good songs that we'll all remember forever, like Single Ladies. But so do all of these other stars like Britney Spears and Taylor Swift and Adele. And if this is true that Kanye was actually saving Taylor Swift, this will be one of the biggest plot twists for us millennials, right? Because this was like one of those big dramas that none of us could wrap our minds around. And a lot of us were Kanye fans, but we're like, that still doesn't make sense. Considering the artist that Beyonce is, having the most amount of Grammys in history, and then having icons like Britney Spears and Adele, etc., thanking her. No, the math is not.
Critics argue that Beyoncé's involvement with Diddy's activities could be part of a larger effort to maintain control and silence anyone who might challenge her. Whether her success and influence make her a target for false accusations, or if there is more to the story, depends on how you view it. Her fame makes her more exposed to scrutiny and rumors, but without solid evidence, it's hard to know if these claims are just jealousy or something deeper.
The people that are attached to Diddy, that are pulling the strings, one of them is Beyoncé.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
And one of them, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
This is a clue. Anytime you watch the Grammys, every single woman artist, even some guys, they always thank Beyoncé.
Yeah. Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Beyoncé and I fell in love with her. From her singing to dancing, acting, she can do it all. She's a triple threat. One of the most talented people I've ever seen.
Adele.
My artist of my life is Beyoncé. The Lemonade album was just so monumental. Beyoncé, it was so monumental.
Lizzo.
Where you at, Beyonce? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music.
They all thank Beyoncé, but why? Theory goes that way back when Aaliyah, one of the biggest hip-hop artists back in the day, she was on the rise at the same time as Beyoncé. But who was in power at the time? Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Diddy.
Recent allegations against Beyoncé have sparked widespread controversy, with suggestions that she may have been complicit in helping Diddy cover up serious crimes for years. These claims primarily stem from accusations made by Jaguar Wright, a former music industry insider, who has alleged that Beyoncé and her husband Jay-Z have been involved in questionable activities alongside Diddy for decades.
I heard of this Jaguar Wright before, but the things she was saying seemed so outlandish that I just dismissed it as conspiracy theories. I have to hold space for the possibility that, well, maybe it is true. I just can't fathom like Beyoncé being a criminal and like knowingly doing harm and keeping things like it's so hard to swallow.
I don't quite still understand how other people can be involved.
Jay-Z doing his own separate criminality apart from Diddy is what she's alleging.
Okay, see, I thought all of this had to do with just people who knew Diddy or had heard what was going on over there.
I could be mistaken, but I posted a clip on my soon-to-be banned TikTok account. The clip was her talking just about Jay-Z and then talking about Diddy, but she's accusing Jay-Z of his own crimes.
This trio is alleged to have formed part of a powerful network that shielded Diddy from facing accountability for his actions.
Now, what is news to me as of the last 24 hours is that in these NDAs, it wasn't just said that people weren't allowed to talk negatively about Bad Boy or Puff Daddy. He also listed his son's names and his mom's name. That stood out to me as weird. This is an 84-year-old woman we're talking about. She turned 80 in 2020. So how much is she involved in the business and with Diddy and with his artists that anyone would ever speak badly of her? So we already know that Janice Combs raised Sean Combs and Keisha Combs as a single parent because their dad, Melvin Combs, was shot in the head in his car when Diddy was 3. His dad, Melvin, as I've stated before, worked for a really big gangster named Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas did a bunch of interviews with Vlad TV a couple years ago. He's now deceased. He died in 2019. But in these interviews, he talks about Puff Daddy's dad, and he also talks about how the feds extorted like $2 million a week from him while he was this big drug lord. In another interview, he said that he was happy that the guy that killed Melvin got what was coming to him. I don't know anything more than that. That's just what he said in the